Classification of polymers. Polymers are classified into many ways based on, first based on source, second one based on the structure of polymers, then third based on synthesis, and then fourth one based on molecular forces. Based on source. First classification is based on source. Second classification based on structure of polymers. Okay. Third one based on synthesis. And fourth one based on intermolecular forces between the molecules. Okay. These are the four types of classification. Let us discuss one by one. First one, classification based on source. In this case, the polymers are classified into three types. Okay. First one, natural polymers. Natural polymers. Natural polymers are naturally occurring substances. Okay. These are seen in plants and animals. Example, proteins, then starch, natural rubber, etc. are examples. Okay. Now, second type is synthetic polymers. Synthetic polymers. These are man-made polymers. Okay. Example, plastics. Okay. Again, these synthetic polymers are of three varieties. Okay. First one is fibers. Example for fibers are nylon, terylene, etc. And next variety is synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber. Example, neoprene. Another example, Buna S, etc. Okay. Now, third variety is plastics. Plastics examples, PVC. Then Teflon, etc. are examples of synthetic polymers. These are the three varieties of synthetic polymers. Now, third type is semi-synthetic polymers. Semi-synthetic polymers. These are chemically modified natural polymers. These are also called as chemically modified natural polymers. Examples, cellulose derivatives like cellulose nitrate, cellulose acetate, etc. Second classification is based on the structure of polymers. Structure of polymers. These are of three types: linear polymers, branched polymers, and cross-linked polymers. First one, linear polymers. Here, the monomeric units are polymerized or linked together and form long straight chain. Long straight chain. Okay. See, like this. Okay. Form a long straight chain. Okay. These are having very high density, high melting point, etc. Example, high density polythene. or HDPE is an example of linear polymers. Okay, these are straight chain. These are having straight chain or long straight chain is obtained. Another example is PVC, etc. are examples. Now, second type is branched chain polymers. In this case, these are having side chains attached to this straight chains or linear polymers. Linear chain, a side chain is attached and they are irregularly packed like this. See, side chain will be there. Okay, side chain will be there. Okay, linear straight chains are having side chains. Such polymers are called as branched chain polymers and these are having low melting point, low density, etc. Example is low density polythene. Low density polythene or LDPE. It's an example for branched chain. Now, third type is cross-linked or network polymers, network structure polymers. Okay, they are having cross-linked or networks. Okay, here the adjacent polymer chain are linked through side chains. They are linked through these two polymers are linked through side chains like this. See, linked through side chains. Okay, linked through side chains. Okay, and form a network structure. So it is also called as network polymers. Okay, these are very hard, rigid and brittle. Examples are bakelite, formaldehyde resin, etc. etc. are examples for cross-linked or network polymers. Third type of classification based on synthesis. That is depending upon the mode of polymerization. They are divided into two types, addition polymers and condensation polymers. Okay. In the case of addition polymers, the polymerization takes place is through chain growth polymerization. So first one is addition polymers. Polymers are obtained through chain. The mechanism is chain growth polymerization. Okay. Here the monomers, the repeated polymer, the monomer units are repeatedly added. Okay. So in this case, repeated addition of monomer unit is taking place. Repeated addition of monomers and form addition polymers. Okay. Here examples. The examples for monomers are unsaturated compounds because they are having both double bond or triple bond. Okay. Examples are derivatives of alkenes. Derivatives of alkenes or alkadines and their derivatives. Okay, derivatives of alkenes, okay, or alkadines and their derivatives are examples of monomers polymerized and form addition polymers. Okay, example polyethene. Polyethene. Here the monomer unit is ethene. Another example, polypropylene. The monomer unit is propylene. Okay. The polymers are again divided into two types, homopolymers and copolymers. In the case of homopolymers, polymerization takes place between single monomeric units. Okay, single monomeric units are polymerized and form homomers. Okay, example ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 n times polymerizes and form, here this bond breaks and form CH2 CH CH2 n times and form a polymer. Okay, this is an example for homopolymers. Okay, only one monomeric unit, only one type of monomeric unit is present. Okay, in the case of copolymers, polymerization between two different monomeric units. Okay, two different monomeric units are polymerized and form copolymers, and this polymerization is also called as copolymerization. So copolymerization takes place. Let us take one example for copolymer. Polymerization of 1,3-butadiene and styrene and form BuNa-S. Okay, see, BuNa-S is a copolymer. See, 1,3-butadiene, CH2 double bond CH double bond CH2. This is 1,3-butadiene. Okay, and styrene will be C6H5 CH double bond CH2. Okay, these two compound polymerized and form BuNa-S, that is butadiene styrene copolymer. See, these two bonds break, this bond also break and form CH2. Bond moves towards center, then CH2 CH, here C6H5. Okay, this compound, then CH2 n times. This is the polymer. Okay, BuNa-S. BuNa-S or butadiene styrene copolymer. Okay, this is a copolymerization reaction and copolymer is obtained. Okay, based on the synthesis, second type of polymer is condensation polymers. Condensation polymers. The mechanism takes place here is step growth polymerization. Okay, step growth polymerization. We will discuss this later. Okay, and these condensation polymers are formed by a series of condensation reaction between two monomers. Condensation reaction between two monomers. These monomers are having two or three functional groups. Okay, and during this process, what will happen? Elimination of small molecules. During this, elimination of small molecules like water molecule, then HCl molecule, NH3 molecule, etc. are removed. Okay, such polymers and through this process condensation polymers are obtained. Such polymers are known as condensation polymers. Example, terylene, nylon 6,6, the nylon 6, etc. are examples. Okay, let us see one example. Hexamethylene diamine, n times hexamethylene diamine. This is hexamethylene diamine. On reaction with adipic acid. Adipic acid contains two functional groups, COOH, COOH. This is adipic acid. Okay, this polymerizes and form nylon 6,6. See, H2O molecule is removed and the product will be like this. See, CH2 6 times, then NH. Here water molecule is removed, remaining C double bond O, CH2 n times. Okay, CH2 4 times, CO, C double bond O, n times. This product is called as nylon 6,6 plus NH2. Okay, nylon 6,6. It's an example for condensation polymer. Okay. Next classification is based on molecular forces. Okay. Depending upon the magnitude of intermolecular forces like van der Waals forces, hydrogen bonds, etc., they are divided into 4 types: elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. First one, elastomers. Elastomers, these are polymers having elasticity. Okay, elasticity like rubber. These are held together by weak intermolecular forces. Okay. So these are held together by weak intermolecular forces. Okay, and they have the ability to elongate when a stress is given and regain when the stress is released. Okay, example, rubber, silicon, etc. Okay, so this can be made rigid by a process called vulcanization. What is vulcanization? That is, when these compounds, these polymers are heated with sulfur, sulfur linkages will be obtained. Okay, as a result they become rigid like this. See, let the polymers are like this. 2 polymer chains. These are linked by sulfur bonds, SS bonds. Okay, SS bonds. These are linked by SS bond. This means that they are vulcanized and they become rigid. Okay. Next, second type is fibers. Fibers. These are thread-like polymers. So they can woven into fabric. They have high tensile strength and high modulus. Okay. And the intermolecular forces between them is hydrogen bond. Strong hydrogen bond is present. Okay. In the case of fibers, they have strong hydrogen bond and hence they are closely packed compounds. So close packing of chains will be the example: cotton, silk, wool, etc. These are naturally obtained. Okay. And other examples for synthetic compounds are nylon, Orlon, etc. are synthetic. Okay. Next, fourth type is thermoplastics. Third type, thermoplastics. Here, these are linear or slightly branched. They are linear or slightly branched, and the intermolecular forces between them is between elastomers and fibers. And when repeated heating, they become softened, okay, and regain and it become hardened on cooling. Okay, soften on heating and hardening takes place on cool. Okay, so there is no cross-linking between chains, and these are produced by addition polymerization. Addition polymerization. Examples are polythene, polypropylene, etc. Next type is thermosetting plastics. These are cross-linked or heavily branched. Due to this cross-linked, they form a 3D structure. Okay, and on heating, they become softened and molded into different shapes, but they will not regain its original shape. Okay, such compounds are called thermosetting plastics, and these are formed by condensation polymerization. Condensation polymerization. Example: melamine, bakelite, etc.